and welcome back to our second match of our bingo double bill. Back at it again is the Fantastic Three, the Green Team 7th Ace and Sylvie T, and now they'll be going up against the Cozy Bunnies in the pink corner, featuring Yomsa and Ryomi. And in the commentators box for this match, we've got the duo that thought all bad rainbows go to Prism. It's Daf7 and Eclopricious.
Welcome, folks. I guess I'll lead this. How are we doing? I'm getting feedback in my ear. How's it going, everybody? Yes, game 2, match 2, whatever. Yes, I'm Daf7, back from last night. And joining me, back from last match, we have...
It's me, Eclopricious.
All right, there we go.
I'm here.
That was a little rough, but yes, welcome. All right, we got a screen share going for... So yes, we have another match with Fantastic Three. This time they're instead going up against undefeated Cozy Bunnies. So we'll see how this pans out. And Ekla, if I'm not wrong, we have not had a Game 3 this regular season, have we?
We have not. I would love a Game 3.
In fact, it looks like we've only had sweeps, so that's...
Yeah,
well,
it's
I guess it
been...
implies the same thing, but yes.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
We have been very, very close to a Game 3, and inching closer and closer game by game, it feels. So maybe now is finally the time that we'll get to see a Game 3.
Right.
But we do still have playoffs to go as well, so hopefully we'll get some more games in there. But yeah, today we got the Cozy Bunnies finishing off the round robin up against the Fantastic Three, and we've never had an undefeated team in JSRF Bingo. Some teams have come close, but let's see how long the Cozy Bunnies can keep this up, because they have yet to drop a game. 4-0 game score right now, 2 match wins. Let's see if they can keep the form up and then move on into playoffs. And, you know, it would be quite the story. But the Fantastic Three have been growing from strength to strength with every single game, and they are warmed up right now after that fantastic match that we just saw against the Nyasinists. So, looks like we've got board number 1 on the cards here. And it's a Kogane stack by the looks of
Again,
things.
hooray!
Hey, it's not a Shibuya stack. We take those.
Our graffitis are Skyscraper, ooh, finally, and Kibo, so some pretty long burning ones there. And both are on the edge of the board, so maybe not strategic squares, but they might be able to work it in. What else do we have? Column 2 is a 4 out of 5 Kogane. I think that's it for the... Oh, I get row 5. Yep, row 5 is 4 out of 5 Benton, including that Skyscraper spray. So
Yeah, we finally get to see it. The Skyscraper graffiti in an ace match as well.
yes, we're breaking down again. I think, as with the matches earlier, a little bit lower on Shibuya as opposed to last night, where Benton was the lower area. Players strategizing.
Yeah,
Yes.
this one looks kind of similar to the board that we just saw from Game 2 between the Nyasinists and the Fantastic Three, where there's no like dominant strategy here. There's nothing that's particularly fast off the bat. 2 quite long graffiti routes here, evenly stacked areas for the most part. You could say, you know, you've got the 4 on a row in Kogane and Benton, while you got the column 2 and the row 5, but not particularly phenomenal stuff. The top left to bottom right doesn't suck. Actually, double bottom point sewers plus Shibuya top of bus and 99 points. We're off. Let's see. It's going to be Ryomi into Shibuya, surprisingly.
Our only quick default is Shibuya on top of bus. Shibuya does also have points. Not a whole lot immediately off of garage. I have
Oh,
5.
Ryomi misses it.
Oh no. No!
It's alright, he is uncontested because I don't think anyone in their right mind would try and contest Ryomi to it, but he is having a little bit of trouble with this. This will slow him down right off the bat here.
He'd be yelling at me if it was... Oh,
3.
yeah, he'd be throwing the controller if it was me doing this. Meanwhile, we have Yomsa and Ace went to RDH, and Sylvie's going to go into Dogen and get points and grind, possibly.
Yeah, grind immediately going to shut off that potential building row 4 bingo with the relatively quick defaults picked up by the Cozy Bunnies, and Ace, having not gotten to that top of station, is going to head deep into the sewers.
Yeah, that's actually it for RDH, I believe, or maybe there might be something. Let's see.
There's special on that row as well, so this
There's
looks to be the early, the kill move here from the Cozy Bunnies straight away is this row 4. But with Sylvie uncontested.
Sorry. Both of our Kogane people push deeper. I was going to say that. But yeah, Sylvie. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're right. The two Kogane bound players have gone deeper in because there's a decent amount here in Kogane, but Sylvie is uncontested right now in Shibuya Sho, Dogen, as Ryomi's going to pick up Air 4 in Chuo, so that that bingo does build, but Sylvie should be able to pick up the grind here and deny that. And interestingly enough, Yomsa unlocks the special here in RDH and then immediately dips into bottom point instead of picking it up, trying to get more fast points on the board here.
Ace is in FRZ doing this. There's only one thing there. It's only grind, which is quick. We must have some pretty good stream delay because, or I guess I can, or no, sorry, that was Sylvie picking up Dogen on my end. I was confused. Yes, no, Ace is also doing grind in FRZ. We'll hop off. It's just this, what the hell do we call this area again? Something.
Things have names. I don't know them.
There. That's okay. Yeah, that's a relatively quick pickup. Let's let Ace know where Yamsa is if she's chasing them further into Kogane. Yamsa, meanwhile, just popped into bottom point and grabbed room 3 default.
Yeah, so it looks like Sylvie's committed to a lap of Dogen here, but didn't unlock points, which is the remaining soul in Dogen, which is rough. Means it's a little bit more time wasted for Sylvie, but she did the #1 most important thing, which was pick up grind and deny that building bingo. And now for the Cozy Bunnies, you know, their squares are fine, and they have a decent advantage here in the early stages, but there's no real other building bingo threat right now. There's the column 4, but look at those squares. There is a very unrealistic possibility that they get that bingo.
They are stopped from building their own. Yamsa has gone into sewers and was going to do sewer and grind in air, but did not grab tape. Pulled off a sewer climb, but did not have the tape. Tragic. Tragic.
And looks like Ace is having some trouble with the climb again. So
Ace,
back to
Ace
neutral between the two of them.
Why? Why are we climbing in early, people?
But it's so good if you get it.
I suppose it sickens me though.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm a big advocate for just doing the default standard climb. It just works. It just works. So a little bit slow going for our sewer rats right now.
Elsewhere, let's see. Sylvie did not collect points. Instead, going to go into Shibuya, which does have also points. And then Ryomi is in 99th. Let's see, was there points? Possibly collecting that right now. Yes, so Ryomi collects points at the same time. Yamsa also picks up grind. So now they're moving into a 6-2 lead. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong early lead here, and this is how the Cozy Bunnies win games, is they go super hard on the early game and just pick up a massive amount of squares very, very quickly, establish that board control, and play from ahead all the time. Very similar to Team Fortress from Season 3, except quite a bit less focused on the early bingos. Certainly they scouted for that potential row 4, but it was a relatively easy response from Fantastic 3. So it's interesting to see kind of the development of the 2v2 strategy from here, from Yomsa, now moving on to working with a different teammate. And also in kind of the meta change of bingos being less powerful now and being worth less points. It is really just full early board control here from the Cozy Bunnies.
I, for one, am demoralized. But we'll see. We will see what our pals in Fantastic 3 do. Ace has moved into bottom point. Again, Yamsa collected that easy default, but there is still Tricks and Cube Catwalk here. Has gotten the warp up. Tricks is over the water? Question mark? I don't remember. No, that is in the second room. So gonna go. Oh, this is the catwalk one. I'm silly. There we go. All right, Ace picks up a soul. Cool.
So yeah, a little head-to-head there between Yomsa and Ace trading things in bottom point. And as we've seen typically from the Fantastic Three, Sylvie is kind of out on her own, just picking up points where she can, uncontested.
Yamsa is actually still on bottom point. I wasn't paying attention. I thought she had left, but maybe not. And doesn't, or no, Art did collect tricks. Okay, so yeah, that was the trade-off. Oh, that was before the catwalk. Whoopsie.
Yeah, so it's one apiece there. Actually, it's a 2-for-1 for Yomsa, but Ace kind of getting in, getting something, and getting out relatively quickly. Yomsa, I think, spent a little bit more time in the level.
Should leave at just about the same time, and we will see where these two out here in Kogane. All that's left now, we have RDH Special, and then we have Kibo Air and Graffiti. Bold move if either of these decide to go for it, but we'll see. Yamsa's going to leave. I doubt Ace would go for Kibo right now.
Yeah, we saw the Fantastic Three setting up some early graffitis in the previous match.
Oh no! Oh, Ace! Ace!
I mean, they need points. They really do.
They do.
They are definitely behind on points, behind on board control right now, and just going somewhere that's relatively unlikely to be contested certainly feels pretty good. You know, that's 4 points in Kibo. It does take some time, but it is strategically
Could
fine.
be a pre-spray. Could always do front side, and then, I don't know, something goofy like Kibo Baka, and then I can do something else. Sylvie is running around trying to find points, which we will remember is the L tag. So has passed it. Well, hopefully, or no, needs to go further up. I think. Yeah. So one more hill, Sylvie.
It's a little bit, a little bit of more time committed here for Sylvie than is particularly desirable, but it is still points on the board.
She collects that. Yamsa grabs RDH Special. Realme is doing some Skyscraper goofing. Let's see, what do we have out in Skyscraper? We did still have that graffiti.
Yeah, Skyscraper was interesting to me because it is a pretty strong area on the map. You've got grind, you've got points, there's graffiti there as well. But nobody bothered with Benton early, despite it being numerically relatively strong.
So, Realme, I would say probably... I don't know how we ended up over here, but maybe going to Dino and get that bingo? May as well, right? Or no, gonna go to Highways here? Realme, what are you doing, buddy?
Ryomi's looking to go to Dino, I would think.
There we go. All right, that bingo will... Ooh, that would just about ice this, but we will see. We will see. That would put them 2 points off victory. As long as he doesn't die. As long as he doesn't die.
That is a valid point. But even then, there's no one on the side of the Fantastic Three that could probably get out there in any expedient degree of time to contest it. I think the Fantastic Three are just going to have to hand that one over. It would take close to a miracle to come back from losing that bingo. But this was a very typical Bunnies game of just creating so many different fires across the board for the opponent to put out that, you know, you're forced to kind of choose between a lot of suboptimal decisions.
Yeah, this will probably wrap it up. They can clinch with Benton. In fact, I don't even think they need Skyscraper, do they? They can, if they do bingo, that puts them 2 off. Yamsa's going to do Soda unlock, and then oh, there's 2 in Highway 0. Yeah, no, they can lock it up with, yeah, we might be done in a couple minutes. Sag.
Yeah. It's a very difficult team to come up against when you're put into these head-to-head scenarios. This is something that the Cozy Bunnies do, is that they kind of force your hand. They force you to have to match them, to try and snipe them, to contest them, and that's kind of the antithesis of what the Fantastic Three wants to do in their playstyle. They are particularly more avoidant. They try to avoid sharing areas with their opponents and try and find points on the board elsewhere. This board wasn't friendly to them in that regard, because if you look at what Sylvie's been doing all game, there's just not that many quick points for her to pick up in areas that are lower priority this time around. Like, looking at some of these squares, she's working on Hikage right now, and that's a notoriously pretty difficult area to unlock souls. There's the bingo locked in for the Cozy Bunnies. Puts them
bingo!
At, as you said, 2 points to win. They should be able to clinch that with Highway 0 here for Yomsa. It's just, yeah, it's an unfortunate board, really, for the Fantastic Three, because there's not much that they can do without going directly head-to-head against Ryomi and Yomsa, that's not easy for anyone, let alone someone who is so much less experienced with the game, such as Sylvie.
Yeah. All right. So again, we need 1 to win. That will likely be. Let's see. What is it? Highway 0. Ryomi got hit, or no? Yamsa got hit.
Yeah. So Yomsa's here in Highway 0.
Really, they can. I mean, they can race each other. Ryomi to skyscraper points, and what's Yamsa doing?
I think Yomsa's leaving because Soda is just not particularly an attractive prospect.
Ryomi's starting to spray. Oh no! Do we have a goofing strategy going on here? Folks, you can clinch this with 1. Oh no!
This might be just that they've already agreed to play out the board, so they're just getting started on the SDPP graffiti because it's going to take a while anyway. I think both teams would probably come to the conclusion of where this game is going, and as is becoming the new tradition, we do want to clear the board out, so let's get started with it as quickly as possible.
All right, we will certainly be towards there. They said no, they haven't communicated that chat, but they probably will once they get this last square, I would say. Unless Yamsa and Ryomi just want to do a co-op skyscraper graffiti for funsies.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a fun time to see a co-op graffiti.
There's the points. I mean, they can do it while doing this soul as well, but
yeah.
Both down lower. Let's go.
Let's see exactly how they split the SDPP. It looks like Yomsa's going off to right side here with Onion, and Ryomi is going off to the left side here. Yeah, it looks like that's how they're going to split the level, so we'll see this route cleared out pretty quickly, I would imagine.
Over at Fantastic 3, Ace, nearly done, I guess, with Kibo. Sylvie, I think, had a little trouble with this points unlock, but should be able to grab that. Yeah, let's see. Remind me, points is... Oh, shit. Skyscraper points. Water tower? Maybe? I don't know.
It's certainly one of the souls on the map.
Skyscraper point is water tower. Yes. So... Ryomi's out, or Yamsa's out there. Don't die, Yam. There you go. Good. We'll lock up the game once she touches the soul.
Yeah, and kind of going back to my previous point here, this is a really rough board for a new player. It certainly feels like, you know, you're looking at Kibo graffiti, SDPP graffiti, Hikage unlocks. SDPP unlocks can be a little bit tricky. There's nothing that's particularly friendly here. Not a lot of easy defaults. It's pretty challenging areas on the board. So this one just kind of felt very unfavorable for the Fantastic 3, just based off of how they want to play the game.
Yeah, I think I had those between RDH, Shibuya, and 99th, you know, the quick ones off of Garage. Only 5 squares. And I think Dogen only added 2, so you had to go deep and have a pretty good idea of what you wanted to do. It was going to be an investment wherever you went. Yamsa collects points that officially seals game 1 for them. Ooh, and as we've said, it looks like they're going to play this one out. Bunnies will probably take this graffiti, and then Fantastic 3 will mop up souls. Hey, look at the Bunnies. Let's go. Do they have the same sprays as each other? Are you aware, Ekla? Oh no, Ekla's muted. Alright, it's just me. How's it going, folks? Daft here. Having a great day. Sure do love me some bingo. Yeah, how's it going, chat? How we doing, chat? Hello, Jakey. Riku. Nay.
Hey, I'm back. My internet cut out.
Oh, your internet cut out. Well, you got back pretty quick then, shit.
I am tethering my phone.
Oh, okay. Oh, lovely. Lovely.
So here I am live on mobile data right now. But I'm
do you have the stream at all?
I do have the stream.
Okay. What was my question? Oh, do Yamsa and Ryomi have the same sprays, or do you know?
Yeah, I love that. The bunny sprays.
They have bunny sprays. It is all bunnies. Ryomi is doing some quick turn practice.
Yeah, but as expected, just clearing this board out by the looks of things here. Ryomi got his half of the route done faster. Yamsa should clear his These last couple of sprays are out here. Graffiti done. And then it's just Soda and Kibo Air. So Ace is back into Kibo, having already been there. And I would expect having already picked up the tape. Having done the full graffiti route, that would make sense. And it would be Sylvie to do Soda to clear this board. So in the end, another good showing from the Fantastic Three. No real egregious mistakes, it feels, in this game. It was just a matter of just being outpaced.
There's a skill gap, and that hurts. But still, yes, like you said, strategy pretty sound. It's just if you get a little bit fumbled, and I mean, a sniping early can kind of set you back quite a bit, depending on where it is. I don't think Sylvie, like you said, usually goes to less competitive places, but still, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, certain boards are going to be detrimental to that style in general. There are going to be times where you're going to have to go to certain areas and contest people, and there are going to be times where you're going to have to go to areas that you're less comfortable with, and that's just a general rule of bingo. And this was one of those boards, unfortunately, for the Fantastic Three. I mean, they've done a really, really good job of kind of building on what they have in these games up until this point already, and you just can't get down on yourself, I think, if you're the Fantastic Three, knowing that you're up against what looks to be the strongest team. Ooh,
I do think in my play style is similar to Sylvie's. When I was with Ace, it was I'll go grab easy stuff that's not open conflict. You can deal with all the damage and such. I think I did that in solo too. It takes a lot to learn.
Yeah, bingo is a lot to learn. JSRF kind of has a lot going on, right? Like, if you're picking up the game, if you're relatively new to it, you got to learn the movement, you got to know where everything is, and then you got to take that into the context of bingo as well. And there's no shame in being a new player and playing in a way that suits you as a new player. And like I said, playing to your strengths. But there are going to be situations where your hand is forced. Like, I haven't played a massive amount of bingo, and I remember pretty much one of my first bingo games ever. I was playing with Ace. We were playing a 2v2 game, and Ace said to me, "You got to go Suez Graffiti." I wasn't happy about it, but sometimes that's just what happens.
Yeah, let's see. There's only one spray left in Skyscraper to clinch this board. We will get a fun bingo. Hooray. Suppose it's on Observatory? Or maybe Om's going to do... Alright, here we go. Where is this remaining spray?
Is it the Nay spray?
Romy being what I would call unhelpful.
It is the Nay spray.
There it is! Hooray!
There it is. SDPP
Right.
locked in for the double bingo. 21
Bingo.
points for the Cozy Bunnies to clinch game 1.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah.
They remain undefeated.
They remain undefeated. Fun.
5-0 in game score in the round robin so far.
We might get. What do we have? We had like clean sorts last season. Where was it? Or I guess that was all match scores. 'Cause like you said, nobody's been undefeated. But
We did have a lot of 2-0s last season in the 1v1 tournament, but like every Ryomi game went to 3 games.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, and then also in North America, it was what we sorted ourselves out. We went like 4-0, 3-1, 2-2 or something. I don't remember how many matches we played, but it was a clean
Something like that, yeah.
sort. You can do this, Cozy Bunnies. You can crush everyone's hopes and dreams. Seal that undefeated season. Or will you goof?
I mean, if there's ever a narrative, a script to follow, it would be one of the two, right? It would be the legendary undefeated team, the undefeatable team, or it would be the underdog story of the Fantastic Three.
Show these clowns
Rising
how it's done. Fantastic Three.
So let's get a look then at
Here we go,
the next
new
board.
Let's
Game
go.
2.
Alright, our graffiti only FRC. So we got a quick board. That's then our points break down pretty much even. 10, 9, 8. Anything you're spotting off the break, Ekla?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of decent Shibuya stuff for the first time really today. Top of bus, right of street, past statue, Hikage Cubby, Hikage Crane, Hikage Center Floating. Really, really strong early Shibuya this game, which is unfortunate for the Fantastic Three, knowing that they're up against Ryomi, who is kind of the king of the early Shibuya souls. But there are so many on this board, I wonder if the Fantastic Three actually do try to contest this and kind of split the difference and say, we anticipate Ryomi to go to these ones because they're the fastest ones, we'll go to the other ones and see if they can trade these early souls. But there's also the potential that Yomsa doubles up into Shibuya and the Cozy Bunnies go just straight for the kill right off the bat with all these really, really strong early souls.
So we have no 4 out of 5s, it looks like, for bingos. They could still trade in other ways. As you said, very quick defaults. Shibuya top of bus, Kage floating, 99th dark, and then Highway 0 entrance. Not much else on Highway 0, so I don't know if you chase that one, but it is a quick one if they wanted. Off the break, we go...
Everyone into Shibuya.
Sweet Jesus. All right, here we go. Top half of your screen in Shibuya Cho, bottom half of your screen in Dogen. Immediately, 1-2, Dogen Ride a Street, Jakey Soul, and Shibuya Bus. Did Ryomi get bus? Yes, Ryomi coming back from having a little bit of a struggle earlier last game. Gets bus soul, and Yamsa picks up Ride a Street. So now, how do we adjust Fantastic 3? We have a double snipe. That's... ugh.
Oh, and Yomsa getting to pass statue ahead of Sylvie as well means that Sylvie's going to head straight into Shibuya. He's going to have to further adapt. Ace is going to go for points. Pick up the first point of the game here for the Fantastic 3.
That is a quick one, but both Yamsa and Ryomi are picking up second souls. Quick 4-1.
Yeah, at this point I think, yep, and this is what I
Both
expected.
to
In this
garage.
moment, straight to garage, get out on the map, take Kogane, take Benton, and see what you can get.
Boy, they can get. I mean, they've got a good
Ooh,
lead.
Frame boost. Couldn't follow it up though.
Let's see what else is there to pick off. We have Kage points, but Ryomi Kage. That's Crane. Ryomi collects. There's still Chuo Air, Chuo Cubby, and Kage points. I don't know if they go for any of those other than maybe Chuo Air, but there's probably quicker stuff elsewhere. As you said, Fantastic 3 split it out. Ace is going to go Kogane. Sylvie's going to go somewhat deep into Benton,
Center or
maybe.
dark, I would imagine.
That is the fast one.
Does she know how to get back out again is the question.
Cans, we'll see. We will see. Meanwhile, Yamsa into Kogane. Just probably a good enough bit behind Ace that Ace will get a snipe here.
Yeah, this is a decent situation for Fantastic 3. Being ahead of Yomsa into RDH, and Ryomi still being in Shibuya means that Sylvie is uncontested in 99th.
Sylvie, you
She
can
can
get
pick up
this.
center or dark.
You can do this. And then Ace got what platform? Yeah. All right, Sylvie, you got to hop the line, jump to the right, maybe? Question mark?
You can take a slightly slower approach to this. Oh, does she know where it is?
Come on,
She's
it's
going
right.
a little bit too high up on this one.
You've got this, Sylvie. Ace collects RDH Air. We have 3 out of 5 in column 1. I don't know if you really want to clinch that with Kipo points and Skyscraper Observatory, but it is there. It is there. Ryomi.
Yeah, I think all things considered, this is the best possible situation for the Fantastic 3 to be in right now. Being ahead in one
They're down
area
two.
and uncontested in another.
They're down 2. Ryomi. Okay, did get the escape. Let's go, Sylvie. Got center dark. So it took a little bit to get center dark, but did get the escape first try, it looked like. And we'll push deeper. Ryomi did pop into Chuo and get the quicker Cubby Soul, but probably on his way out now. Yamsa moves to Benton. Ace to Kibo. Oh, Ace, what are you doing? What are we doing? Oh, let's see. What is in Kibo? Special and points. Interesting call. But if they
not a lot of points for a decent commitment
if
of
they
time,
can get the
but
launch, if they can get it, that's pretty good. We'll take tunnel.
yeah, that's not bad at all. And again, uncontested, as it looks like both the bunnies now in Benton, which could be a problem for Sylvie. She has a decent head start to whatever she's working for in SDPP here.
Possibly Observatory? That's on the board, right? Can we get a Skyscraper highlight tech?
We got
Thank you. Ooh, all the
ooh.
way down the diagonal. That's neat.
on the diagonal here, yeah, the default plus air plus grind. It looks like Sylvie's going to go for the default top of Observatory here because that does work towards the potential column 1 bingo, which honestly, it feels relatively viable. If Sylvie can
leading
get
with
to
Observatory.
this,
Sylvie, if you can beat her up to the top of this, we have something cooking. We have something. Oh boy, oh boy.
Looks like
Ace
Yomps is going to take a
collected-
slightly faster way of doing this with this little jump here. Yep.
Ace has collected tape, so we might have it come down to stream delay. Yeah. Oh no, yeah, that's probably too quick. Yamsa marks and collects the top of observatory. Sag. All right, Sylvie, adjust. Do you get the defaults? I don't know. Either way,
I
in
think
trouble.
now that she knows that she's contested, she might just try to find somewhere else to go on the map, right? Sky Dino looks pretty decent. There's 2 points on the row 1 there.
Oh.
They
and that
do
also
not have to worry about building bingo threats.
that blocked that bingo. They were that probably is what they were invested in. Was going for that bingo, column 1.
Yeah, that was
would've
the
helped.
play, I think. It was
Would've-
a relatively sneaky one, but it was a good adaptation from the
Yeah.
Bunnies.
All right, Ace will probably still collect points, but then I don't know if you go for special at this point. Sylvie's got to decide how to adjust. I'm
Yeah,
just
the
gonna-
issue now for the Fantastic Three is with that bingo denied, they're not in great places on the map right now. Like, Kibo's not very strong
No.
outside of building that bingo. And then Sylvie is looking to head out to Sky Dino, but Yomps is already there picking up the defaults.
both entrance and points. May as well. Probably gonna go further down the tape. Looks like it. Yeah. Ryomi, meanwhile, gonna go out to Kogane. Look it out there. Pepper's
Yeah.
graffiti? Question mark? I don't know.
Yomps has given Sylvie the runaround now. As soon
dang.
as Yomsa marks in Sky Dino, Sylvie turns around, has to find somewhere else to go, and it's just Yomsa moving quicker around the map right now.
Points is, let's see, can you get that on the way out from where she's at? Sky Dino points is the tall right across from entrance. Points is an easy unlock, so do this, jump left. And then, yeah, pretty well free route out of there. Good work, Yom. Way to go.
I think maybe Sylvie works towards denying any potential building bingo threats. So you've got the row 1 building for Cozy Bunnies right now, which is Sky Dino points, getting
Right
locked
there,
in
Syl.
by Yomsa, and then Sua's tricks. Ace can potentially deny that, but then you have to worry about the top left and bottom right diagonal that could also build up with Ryomi currently in the sewers area. Maybe just looking to lock in this bingo right here and now. An aggressive play, and this is an interesting adaptation to what we saw in the previous game against the Nyasanists, where there was this back and forth of like 3D chess, 4D chess, 5D chess between the teams of I know that you're going to go for this, so I'm going to go for that instead. And in the end, like, nobody actually taking the bingos that are on the board. This time the Bunnies are just going straight for those bingos. They are not messing around.
All right, Sylvie collected that. Highway 0 default. Gonna slip on out of here. Over half of our squares are left in Kogane. I think we're same situation as last game. We're good placement because Bunnies can clinch this with just Kogane. Because there's the FRZ, and then there's actually, I mean, they could just do it with souls even, because there's 4 souls out here.
Yeah, it looks like
Ace-
Sylvie is leaving now, probably to go out to Kogane, because that is where all the points are, like you said.
Ace looking to do, looks like Ace is doing the tricks unlock. We'll probably grab that. They're all the way at the top. May as well go for special. But Sylvie has to make a play in order to do something with the rest of the board. Never mind, that's a bingo on the top. Oh boy, we're 1 square away now. Oh no. In trouble. That the observatory square key. Absolutely.
It really
key.
was. Yeah.
They would have had a free bingo because Ace was in Kibo, completely uncontested. Would have had a free one. Oh, it swings the other way. Oh, now possibly building up. Actually, no, that's it. That's game. Ryomi got sewer special. Wasn't even paying attention somehow. He fucking.
There's a lot happening at any one given time.
Special, but wait, no, he didn't do climb though. He did. That was points if he was in brown room. Do we have
Oh,
a
that
move?
is that is a very valid point. That is not the correct soul. Hold on.
Oh no. Tech. We have a mismark. Ryomi, you fool. So the game is not over. We have one to go. I mean, it may as well be over, but we have 1 square to go. Ryomi looks. Let's go.
Okay, there we go.
The
So
game
the game
continues.
is still on for a moment
the game
here.
continues. Fantastic 3 simply needs every remaining square.
It's not an easy position to be in.
Position.
But
Looks-
what I do like from the Fantastic Three is kind of as we mentioned in Game 1, you know, the Bunnies were forcing them to play a style that they weren't comfortable with. But in Game 2, they did adapt to it, and they did try to go a little bit more head-to-head, and they did kind of step up to those situations. They made the correct adaptations.
Yeah, let's see that Romy did clinch it with the catwalk. So again, into cleanup mode. Ace is spraying FRZ. Yeah. Post match. So yes, Cozy Bunnies do go undefeated. Hooray!
Yep.
Actually no, there's a double bingo there. That was they got the diagonal as well.
Yeah.
Catwalk. Just damage all around.
Big points for the Bunnies. And yeah, that is their 3-0 sweep in the round robin. 6-0 game wins. Pretty good team.
Yeah, they did very well. Match game 1 pretty well warm up for this. Yeah, double bingo, and well, still, if they wanted to really crush their souls, then they could go for the column 5 as well. That is still on the board for them.
Yeah, what we saw here was in a lot of ways a stylistic mismatch. Just the way that the Bunnies play the game is so fast and so aggressive, and you have to step up and play the mechanical game against them.
I would have cried. I think I'd be curled on a ball right now.
But you know, I think we have to just give an honorable mention to Sylvie, who really stepped up to play bingo as a
Only
new player,
Let's
new to the
go.
game, new to bingo, and stepped up and really gave it her best. And she is a delight, and we're really happy to have her. So hopefully
Hails
she
to the yeah.
isn't too down on herself after this match, because it's been great to watch the Fantastic Three work with a new player and kind of adapt their strategy for that.
We get a hell yeah for Sylvie chat. So we'll see if they roll in.
But also, yeah, this was a really good Ace pointing out the spray that Jakey missed. Yeah, but this is also a very good showcase of how the Bunnies play the game, and this is what anyone who wants to beat them has to do. They have to step up and play that same fast, aggressive style and not be afraid to contest. It's terrifying, really, but that's what you got to do. If anyone's going to beat this team,
Bunnies
gotta play their game.
Seeding FRZ, Ace will clean up there. Sylvie's got Nakage, and then Yamso will grab Kibo, and Rumi doing climb. So we have one player on each of the remaining squares. Should be done, I don't know, somewhat quickly as long as Ace doesn't get mazed. Might be the longest one to do. We will see. Kage points could take a bit. Sylvie did do it last match, right? Did she get this one?
yeah, well, she was in the area. I'm not sure if she got it in the end. There were a few Hikage unlocks, but it was on the board, yeah. Yeah, this is, again, kind of another board with a lot of difficult unlocks and such like that. You know, you've got Hikage, you've got Kibo, Sky Dino is on there as well. SDPP is not particularly friendly, so another pretty rough board for the Fantastic Three. But again, you know, like I said, they did adapt the way that they were playing the game in Game 2.
Double snipe off this start herd, and then, yeah, definitely that observatory hurting. That would have blocked both of those bingos.
Yeah, I think any bingo player against either Yomso or Ryomi who sees this early Shibuya is probably crying, right? Any other player.
Yeah, so let's see, if we swap observatory, our score now would have been, let's see, 13 to 10. So yeah, we'd still be rolling at this point. So yeah, the small things can end up making a big difference, such as that. Well, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we've kind of harped on and on about the strategic side of this game and the mechanical side of this game and the stylistic mismatch and such like that. But in the end, everyone's out here to have a good time, and I hope everyone's having a good time, because I'm having a good time.
How we feeling, Chad? We'll Ace needs to do lower. Bunnies collect both their squares. We're gonna go into Tebow. Maybe trying out the new Gerb tech. Never mind. Leaving.
I don't know if we can call it new tech. Yeah, no one else has been able to do it.
Only still has chat on screen. Lovely. What's up, Nate?
Alright, so is
He's
Kage
goofed fence jump.
points.
What? Oh, ladder jump.
No, ladder jump.
Now Twinkachu's the one who goofed.
Haha!
Uh-huh.
Shoutouts to Twinkachu for running tech, by the way.
Things you
for
hate
this
to see.
long marathons double bill of bingo.
Did they run every match?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe not yesterday. I don't know. I wasn't around yesterday.
They ran it yesterday, yeah. I wasn't here for the first 3. I saw the second half of the season. Or one for a quick season. There's FRC.
Well, we're not done yet. Still got playoffs.
And we do. Sylvie gets points. So that's it. That'll do it. Hooray!
Yeah, and that locks it in. The board is complete. The match has been decided. The Cozy Bunnies take the win 2-0 and remain undefeated in the round robin, finishing first and thus setting up a semifinals match, a rematch of this
boy, they get
particular
to play
showing.
each other again. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll be seeing the Bunnies and Fantastic 3 rematching in playoffs in the semi-final, and then that means the Arsonists will be taking on High Voltage Electric Line Pylon in the other semi-final.
Which is the rematch of last night, right? I think.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Welcome, players. How you doing?
Hello.
Let's go. Yeah, how's it going?
Terrible. That was a skill issue on my part. Both games. But we won.
Elaborate. How so?
What in particular, Ryomi?
I missed bus jump like 3 times in a row.
We did see that, yeah, right at the beginning of game 1.
I was running in a circle in 99th.
But you did it.
Yeah, we did it, and I marked the wrong square. Let's go.
You did mark your own square. Like, hang on.
And I missed Crane. How could I?
How could you?
So what we're learning here is the Cozy Bunnies are in fact mortal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna blame that on the heat. It's too hot.
New York.
Well, yeah, congratulations on your win, and congratulations on the undefeated round robin, 3-0, 6-0 game score. Completely untouchable so far.
Oh boy, here comes the other team. Welcome, Fantastic 3. That's what you're called.
Ooh.
Yeah, all 3 of me.
that we got the answer to the question everyone was asking. Who is the third member of the Fantastic 3? Turns out, oops, all Sylvie.
It was friendship, but okay.
How you feeling, Fantastic 3?
That
Yeah,
was
what were your guys'
Ace,
game
Ace can
plan?
go first. Ace can go first.
What was the question, Daft?
I don't know. How you feeling?
I'm not gonna lie. That was brutal. That was a toughie. I mean, Ryomi and Yamsa are stupid fast, and the squares just kind of disappeared a little too quick.
Yeah, I kind of
I mean-
identified that these were 2 really rough boards for you to play against them, just given game 1 wasn't so bad when it came to the early squares, but it was like I've kind of identified that your style is to put Sylvie in a place where she can be comfortable and not get sniped, right? And there just weren't that many great options on the board in game 1.
No.
And then in game 2, it was the Shibuya-ist board of all time.
We did have a Shibuya occurrence, and yeah, I mean that's what, and it's not the ist of all time. We only had 9 squares, but
A lot of
I
them were
mean,
super, super quick.
you had to go there really fast, and turns out, yep, that's it. It just, by the 1.5 minute mark, I was like, all right, there's nothing left to get in Shibuya. We have to leave this area and go do something else. And at that point, you're playing heads up 1v1 on 2 different areas, and it's just not what not conducive to our game plan. So
Yeah, for a while it looked all right for you because of the way that the map got split. When you broke out and went to Kogani and Benton, I think for a while Sylvie was uncontested and you were ahead in the area. So that looked pretty all right for you, but just that early board control of those massive amount of Shibuya squares kind of made the difference in the long run. Another thing I identified about the boards is outside of the Shibuya squares in Game 2, is there weren't a lot of quick and easy defaults, and a lot of the unlocks and the areas that were highly contested were pretty tricky ones. You know, there was a lot of Kibo, Sky Dino, there was Hikage.
yeah.
And for Sylvie, as a new player, that's got to be a little intimidating.
Ikage, just the name scares me.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough area. But I think, you know, we gave you big shout outs, big props, because you've come in as the only new player in the season. You've really given it your best shot, and we've seen improvement from game to game to game. And yeah, we'd love to have you. It's been a delight. So thanks for coming to play in our silly little bingo game.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm happy to be here.
Let's go.
Yeah, how wholesome. We're pretty all right here, actually.
Well, I didn't say that. Let's not put words in my mouth.
All right.
Now you're right.
So we do still have playoffs, and with the way it all played out, we will see a rematch between yourselves and the Bunnies.
Damn,
Wow.
that's a close one. I really thought you know, that's gonna be a little bit of a toughie.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
but hey,
remember,
you know,
remember what we did back in the day when we got into playoffs?
We did. We torched right through them.
Let's go.
Yeah, unfortunately, now you are the adversary on it against the greatest adversary of Yamso. That is a scary matchup. Just
Yeah.
by the fact that, you know, anyway, y'all double bingoed both our games. That's going to be a tough one to bounce on. But
so let's talk about the other
swing at
semifinal
it.
then.
Yeah.
What are your predictions? Who's going to take the other semifinal between Help and Nyasinists?
Game 1, Nya. Game 2, Help. Game 3, Total Chaos. Krabby wins in a sewer matchup. You would
That is
think
a
it's
very
Nago.
specific prediction.
You'd think it's Nago, but Nago was forced out of sewers early on due to a misread of the board, so Krabby had to go in and snipe to sewers. That's what it's going to do.
All right. Well, we're gonna make a record of that prediction and see if it comes true.
Absolutely.
the Oracle of Bingo 7th phase.
You mean the scripter? Oracle. Oracle, yes. Yes.
Oh, well. Thank you all for sticking around for this marathon double bill of Bingo to close out the round robin. We'll be moving on into the playoffs before too terribly long.
There
Do we have
go.
another pinball match?
We should. I heard that we have Naystrinus? It should be Nay.
Oh, excellent.
So.
All right,
It's
run
all
that beautiful
beans.
pinball footage then.
Yeah.